Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm joined by Dylan.
D.
And this time around, we got Ethan.
Am I just going to call you that now, Dylan? This is Dylan Hunter D.
Well, wait,
I'm hunting myself.
Rip. Before we continue with that, the last time you had called Dylan something different was, what was the name you gave yourself?
Wait, was it Spagingi?
It's Spagingi.
Dude, how do you remember that? But I don't.
Only because of the Spagingi lore comment. We need.
Well, that's what. And so what I'm saying is, I think there's people out there that actually believe that potentially
he's a fully fleshed out character.
No. Is that his real last name is Spagingi? Because
this is Dylan Spagingi.
I was like, hey, don't use
I'm
his
happy
real
they
last
believe.
name.
I'm happy they believe that because it's factual.
No.
I'm happy they believe the facts. Dylan Spagingi.
No, it's not. No.
Okay, I see how it is. And of course, obviously,
he's just being humble, trying to hide it. He just doesn't want you guys to find him on Facebook.
Supposedly, obviously, he says that he only signs right butt cheeks, and of course, everyone. And you specifically said left cheeks.
Oh yeah,
left cheekers be seething.
Oh yeah, left cheekers seething.
Right cheekers rise up.
We're right cheek maxing over here. Left cheekers seething, bro.
So, anyways, just know that that's still
yep.
Flushing out more of this character that we don't really know a whole lot about.
This is a certified Spagingi moment.
I have looked back over some of the previous episodes, and there's been some deep cut, like
just the other day we mentioned
inside jokes for the show.
I recently re-mentioned Dylan's hatred of children, and he had to clarify that it's not a hatred of children; it's just a willingness to kick their ass if they're not acting right.
If they're not disciplined in public spaces.
I was fully expecting you to say, "Not beat their ass, just kick them," and you were like, "No, beat their ass. It's fine." That's a good. It's a good description.
Yeah. Right. To clarify, once upon a time in an earlier episode, there was a discussion about that, and of course, I think we took it out of context.
That was when the podcast was in there.
Oh,
because
yeah,
even though I haven't listened
before we even had all the arms.
Oh yeah,
we had to hold the microphone.
Wow!
Oh my god!
We didn't have to hold them.
Yeah,
we did, bro.
Yeah,
at least not during that episode.
Because
I don't recall holding.
The first few episodes we had to hold these microphones that I have here because all of the boom arms were in stock.
The barms.
So I had the cables, I had the microphones. We all just like sat here and held them like little goofballs.
Right.
But
actually,
I
remember that. It's been a long time.
Back when we were goofball maxing.
Yeah,
we're still goofball maxing.
I mean, has that
I
ever
haven't
changed?
stopped. I can't stop.
And they
Please
don't
send
stop coming.
help.
They don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
So, but yeah, I remember that it was held in that room. I haven't listened to a single episode of this podcast, but
That still fucking baffles me, dude. There's so much gold in there.
But I live
You've
it.
just forgotten.
I guess the thing is, I should go back and start listening to them because
I listened to a couple of them, of the high ones.
But I lived it.
Like,
this is for everyone else. You guys get a glimpse into my fantastic, amazing life of me nearly dying. Multiple times.
And I agree. Because a lot of times I don't listen back to every episode, but sometimes whenever I'm like, "Damn, that was a real good episode," and I'll tune back in
to all of them.
I'll just go back for the happy memories.
Yeah, I tune back into like a couple of them that I knew were like really good. Like obviously, whenever that we had that commenter that really flushed out and was asking more questions about the deep lore on Spagingi.
Yeah,
I was
Spagingi
like, I need to go. So I listened to the first 5 minutes of that episode.
Spagingiologist.
Okay, whoa.
Left cheek are still seething.
Yeah.
One day I'm gonna be some grizzled old bastard and listen to the podcast episodes and be like,
oh shit.
Yeah, I don't think you guys know that I'm actually 47 years old.
Right.
I'm already a grizzled.
Bro, that's generous. Come on now.
Fine, 53.
Okay.
I think it's crazy.
Dude, come on. You're talking shit right now.
I can't be retirement age.
80s, bro.
80s.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not a retired 80-year-old.
One near-death experience, fast forwards your... Sorry.
Oh, in that case, I'm actually 327.
No. I was going to say by a metric of like 40 years.
Oh, in that case, I'm 164. we're still... If we're going by Zenkai boosts, I'm like 200 years old.
Oh no, by Zenkai boost standards, you're fucking immortal.
Oh. There you go.
You cannot be beat.
By the way, that's still my Instagram bio. Ethan was taken on Instagram.
There you go.
I sponsor myself. Shameless plug. That's what I meant to say.
Mm-hmm.
But that's still, if Zenkai boosts were real, I'd be unstoppable. It's still my point. It's exactly what Dylan told me.
That's so good.
Yeah. And then my next one is certified tummy ache survivor with a pill emoji next to it. And I started using the pill emoji after I got on my 100th day ever invoke. So now that, even though it's just a red and yellow pill, like it looks nothing like the pill that I actually take.
You said the name now.
Yeah, I know, but
off the sponsor.
Don't worry, I'll bleep
have to actively take a shit.
Please bleep out invoke. God, that'd be so funny. But yeah, no, let's I have to get my ad read. We are not sponsored.
I can't get over the one time we played it up like you actually were sponsored.
Yeah, that's why I have to stop, because I need people to believe it.
Yeah, wait, no, I got to get permission. And then I was like, oh, wait, shit.
Well,
because you were like, oh, yeah, because if, and then I was like, no, Ethan, quick, shit.
I do remember that, yeah.
The funny thing is, at first, it was all funny, because again, obviously, we play a lot of these jokes for laughs, and sometimes we're not fully serious. And obviously, that was played for laughs, the fact that you were going to get sponsored. But then, of course,
and then I started
getting comments about it whenever he didn't show up. Well, because he didn't show up for like 6 months. We're like, oh, so I guess he must have ran off to go,
he straight up died, bro.
To go do a different podcast. I'm like, not false, but I don't know either way. Right. But yeah, I started using that emoji. So now, even though it looks nothing like the actual pill that I take, the red and yellow pill is like the Invoke emoji for me.
Right.
It looks nothing, has nothing to do with their brand, wrong colors, everything. I just think the emoji's fun.
Right. It feels like a little achievement on your end.
Yeah, I'm at like 400 and something days now.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. So, been on it for a while. I only know the number because the app tells you. It says, "Did you take your medicine?" And you click yes. It's like, you've done that for 447 days.
Oh, wow.
so we're doing good.
So it's an everyday medication?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Damn, dude.
If he stops once, he dies.
I'm not sponsored. It's a once daily pill, yes.
Oh, duh.
This is not a sponsorship, but yeah, it's a once daily pill.
He's currently signing his paycheck.
Yeah,
I just want you to know
I'm currently reading off the ad.
I was going to say, I want you to know this sounds like the most smoothest, natural ad read for
If you can even call it that, bro, we're mentioning
shooting the shit.
Yeah, ask your doctor if AstraZeneca is right for you.
No, Rinvoke shoots the shit.
Okay. I see.
No, it was me before Rinvoke.
Yeah.
Me before Rinvoke did that.
Right.
Oh, man.
I was shooting shit before.
I should start dropping the names of other medications I took. That way it doesn't seem like I'm sponsored by Rinvoke. Yeah. I also took Remicade for a while.
Tylenol.
But they didn't do good, though.
Not
like Rinvoke does.
No, this ain't a sponsorship. It's a fucking diss.
Yeah,
this is a diss track for Remicade.
All my homies hate Remicade.
Actually, no. The one that I hated was methotrexate. I'll say.
Oh, yeah. No, I heard.
So far, most people I know who have to take methotrexate are like, yeah, I wish I didn't have to.
Fuck methotrexate.
All my homies hate methotrexate.
All my homies hate methotrexate. It's a cool name, though. It does sound like a Dark Souls boss.
Sounds like a Transformer.
Are we going to talk about the movie now?
Oh, man. So I was actually not prepared to do an episode on this movie specifically.
Right, we just kind of watched it for funsies.
Yeah, I know. Well, I liked it a lot. So then I was like, we should do an episode and chat, but also I kind of wanted to mention it. We watched Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust.
Yeah.
And it was dope.
Oh, yes.
I loved it.
I mean, so edgy.
It was so cool.
Oh,
but dude,
cool,
honestly, though, freaking Vampire Hunter D, come on,
it's
man.
fucking radical.
You see how cool he was? If I lived that long, I would be as cool as him.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
There's only two paths. If you live for that long, you have two paths. You have Vampire Hunter D or Freerin. You can only be a goofy, slow little guy or an edgelord. That's it. If you're going to live that long, you have to pick one. And I feel like I'd probably just, even though I want to continue being a goofy little guy, if I lived 1,000 years, I'd be an edgelord.
What is that? What is that meme?
I think it's,
if you're able to live that long, you have the right to be.
Exactly.
What is what is the meme of like, there are two wolves inside of me?
both are gay.
One is stupid, the other is also stupid.
I just imagine one of them is an edgelord and one of them is also a silly little goober.
There are two wolves inside of you. They're both eating you. You are dead.
I love it.
I thought you were going to say, which way Western male? That's another meme. Which way Western male? Goofy goober, edgelord.
So funny.
Yeah. I enjoyed that movie a lot. I don't have any special comments about it other than I just thought also, I can say this. I have to say it now because I've said it so many times before.
Okay.
That I'm not really a watching subbed anime guy.
Right.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to enjoy the show while just reading it. Not a big fan.
I've said the same thing.
But don't frown. You're gonna like what I say next though. But in order to make sure I didn't miss anything, because I was getting tired toward the end of the movie, I looked it up and found on one of those video sites, Dailymotion or something. I found the same movie that we watched. Made sure that's how I found out that Bloodlust was different than the original, because I found the '85 version on there too, and I was like, this looks different than what I watched. So I found it, and it was subbed, and I was like, oh, this isn't dubbed. whatever. I guess I don't care. And I listened to it. Holy shit, was that garbage? Oh my god, it was so awkward. It sounds like, you know how whenever you're like in a movie, they're having a conversation, and there's like ambience in the scene. It sounds like they had to take the ambience away to put the English dubs in there. Yep. So it's just people silently, uncomfortably whispering in a mic, and it sounds more like they're. Also, I only did this toward the end, the part that I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything on, which I luckily didn't, because I was like, no, okay, I remember all this, so I didn't actually fall asleep, because I was getting really tired at the end of the movie, so I want to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Right.
And so I watched it, and I was like, all these lines are so awkward. It sounds like they're reading off a page. Mm-hmm. No personality. They're like, what will you do next? Mm-hmm. That's up to me to decide. Wow, that's crazy. And I'm like, I can't.
Where's the emotion?
Like you can't do that. And I'm like, yeah, stop. It's weird, man.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, dude.
So I was like, you know what? Sub wins this one for sure. Sub wins this round for real. Wins this round.
Like, just treat me like a filter, bro. I know what's good. I know.
You're like, listen, don't question the subject matter expert.
I'm telling you.
The resident movie expert. That was what he said. He doesn't like the name, but he also just said, don't question my judgment. So I think we have to call him.
No, just when it comes to that particular.
When he starts throwing on the belt like that.
Yeah,
he starts like, don't question my judgment, because I know my shit, dude. And of course we're like, oh look, he's our expert. He's like, don't call me that. I'm like, well then what do you want to call?
Don't call me that, but also don't question me.
Don't question my authority, but also don't give me the
authority.
You give me any sass, I'm putting you in
Look,
timeout.
I get drunk with power too easily. Don't give it to me. But now that I have it, piss off.
Give me that badge.
I like watching. We just saw the picture you showed us as well, G Gundam. Watching that dubbed was hilarious.
That was
amazing. Dude. It's kind of cheesy good, but it's still pretty good.
Sometimes because there's straight up awful, like what you just described, and then there's G Gundam,
and there's like comically good,
fucking fun.
Well, it's like over the top,
but also really good.
At least if they're going over the
top. As Domon Kashu is one of my favorite performances.
I need to. Yeah, it was really good. It's like over the top, but at least the again over the top for an over the top anime works.
Oh, of course.
I guarantee you that's probably how it sounds to Japanese people listen to as well. It probably sounds a bit over the top.
Dude, we just recently, for the previous episode of the podcast, we watched Howl's Moving Castle.
Which I saw that. I got that, again, notification on my phone. I got that, and I was like, didn't we watch that?
We did, but we didn't watch it for the pod. We actually talk about it in the episode where we're like, we between all of us here, but specifically Dylan and I, we have both watched a handful of Ghibli films together.
I've asked Dylan to show me all the Studio Ghibli movies.
Right. And again, I've watched all of them through him. But we started looking back at the catalog, and we
have recorded 3 precious little.
We need to rewatch one. Then. Which one's the next one that we should rewatch? We did an episode on Ponyo.
No, we didn't.
We didn't. I swear we watched that one. For
the only 3, now 4 that we've done is Castle. I mean, holy shit.
Yeah.
Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Kiki's Delivery Service.
Right, Kiki's Delivery Service. We did Porco Rosso, didn't we?
No. Tales from Mercy.
Oh my god.
Hey, we haven't done an episode of Porco Rosso.
No, we have not done on Porco Rosso.
I've watched that movie twice now, though. So I feel like we can do an episode on that if I just watched it 3rd time.
It's a great movie.
It's one of my favorites.
It's really good.
I kind of want to do one of those like sad ones, like the Valley of the Wind.
Nah, we should do. What was the one we just watched? Whisper of a Heart.
Yes,
we should do an episode on that. That shit was so wholesome. Well, I won't say anything about it just in case we do an episode on it. I'll just tease it. But that actually might be, weirdly enough, because I like the sort of fantasy Ghibli setting, like My Neighbor Totoro and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we should do an episode. We should do an episode.
Yeah, definitely.
But I like the more kind of fantasy Ghibli because I love the design of it all.
Yeah.
So, as far as like the look of Studio Ghibli and like the image of things, I'm not sure if I like Whisper of a Heart as much as the others because I love the fantastical art design they have, of, like the houses, like Kiki's Delivery Service and like the house that she's in. I love that look of just everything.
That entire town, dude.
Yeah, I love it. But that said, Whisper of a Heart is up there with my favorite Ghibli movie. That was fantastic. Yeah. That was such a wholesome movie. I loved it so much. And I made Gurren Lagann jokes during it as well, which was fantastic. I was like, you've got this.
What is the one I keep referring to where his wife gets sick?
The Wind Rises.
The Wind Rises. That's also
we've seen that one.
We have.
Okay, because that's what I keep. Yes, I have. We talked about this already. Yes, I saw it again, and I was like, we have seen this.
That's a good one as well.
They're all
wholesome.
Really,
I'll tell you what else you saw recently. Do you remember?
I don't know what he's talking about, guys.
Gunbuster.
Oh,
Okay.
Gunbuster. Oh, my God.
Bunguster, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, what
just
a
kind of spraying
wild-
that one on you.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I wanted to, like, after I got back from vacation, I wanted to, like, go back home after we were hanging out, so he just brought movies over. So, like, that was how 2 different movie nights happened. We just brought shit to my place and watched it. Yeah, that was good. That was dope.
Quintessential as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
in
it
that
was.
genre.
It
definitely
was.
good.
It was dope.
I only wish you were there for the episode we recorded for it.
Yeah.
But then again, it's still the movie version. We haven't watched the actual like show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it do be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm back, bitches.
All right. So let's go ahead and let's turn this conversation back over
To Helldivers 2.
Die.
I basically
Dude.
mentioned, I was like, hey, we could talk about Vampire Hunter D because we did watch something and we do kind of like, I guess, movie review stuff. But also, we could just talk about like, games. I got back from vacation, started playing Helldivers 2. I've been having a fun time. I'm doing my part. I want to watch that movie again too.
Starship Troopers.
I do. I want to watch Starship Troopers again because
Dude,
ever since I started
you're
playing the
right.
game, I'm like, oh man,
It's
such a good
it
movie.
fits
Oh, yeah.
so much
Yeah.
into it. Did you see?
Super Earth?
Have you seen the YouTube video of the lead actor from Starship Troopers playing Helldivers and commenting on it?
Came out of fucking nowhere.
Bro, I saw that and I was like
baffled.
I was like,
I
haven't-
did not know that existed. I
I
looked it
haven't.
up.
I thought that man was dead.
I think that movie came out when the 80s, 90s, 90s.
Oh yeah, it wasn't long ago.
I think it was probably the 90s.
I've just never seen him ever. Besides in that movie, so I was
Yeah.
like, he's just dead now, I guess.
Yeah,
just
he's
dead
dead
now.
to me.
97.
97. That's actually not as old as I thought. Yeah,
Damn.
that's
So
A year before my birth.
yeah.
what's the number we decided on? 163 years before my birth. Let's try to figure out what number we decided on. How old I am.
don't know.
164, I think you were.
Time is
off.
convoluted.
What,
in
160,
Orlando.
160. Yeah. Time. It's a thing, isn't it?
It's all a construct.
Yeah.
Just a measurement we put on it.
Yeah, man, dude, it's crazy. How about
Anyways,
Helldivers 2?
Yeah, but you do. I'm telling you, man.
Total bug death.
Bruh. Socialist automaton death.
Soulless bastard.
Surrender,
robots.
artist. You are
I love-
obsolete.
I love that.
Obsolete. Eat these nuts today.
Absolutely.
Man.
These nuts, Tin Man. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking with Cade the other night. We got Cade again, another friend of the show, and
Basically-
friend of About Nothing as well. We got him into the game as well, and he told me the other day that he started looking into some of the deeper lore behind Helldivers and the whole universe, and he's like, I recently learned that the automatons apparently were like manufactured as kind of like slave labor, and like all they want is their freedom. And I was like, watch your words. And he's like, I mean, I kind of feel a little bit bad. And I was like, that sounds like sympathetic words. And
Once
I'm
again-
reporting you to my democracy officer.
Once again, see,
Sympathizer.
Is that,
Sympathizer.
thank you. Does nobody else think
Thought
that
crimes kill.
I'm. Once again, please watch this democratic video. What is it? Observance is mandatory. Any lapse in watching will be considered treason. I love that first video. But also, I'm gonna say it. I'm also gonna send this episode to Cade. I'm calling you out, throwing down the gauntlet.
Hell yeah.
You are treasonous. He's
we kill him.
He's a bug sympathizer, and
Yeah.
now he's a bot sympathizer.
Dude.
He's over here like, I feel bad for killing the bots because they want their freedom, but they also want to kill Super Earth democracy.
Yes.
And then he's like, oh, but the bugs, you are bugs. I don't know. I'm like, you're bugs? Excuse me?
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
Mr.
Sounds like a little bug sympathizer there too, huh?
yeah.
I'm afraid, sir,
like
that
you're
you've
infected.
forgotten
He's
that
also
bug
killed me
equals
enough
kill.
times now, and he got mad because he found out that I have more team kills than him, but I've also played like 40 more hours of the game
Of
than
course.
him. And people keep, and I also play with randos, not with teams who avoid running into your bombs.
Right.
Randos just run straight into your nukes every time. I literally, just today, I threw out a cluster bomb to kill a bunch of people, and then I watched the guy as the laser shot up because it landed. I watched someone run right past me and into it. And I was like, and then
Why?
I like hold the thing, and I said, no, don't do that. And he walked and he died. And so then I just used the scroll wheel and I went to affirmative. And my character just said, affirmative. And I was like, what do you want me to do? I'm not gonna, I'll resupply you, but you killed yourself, bro. Like,
I love how you were saying it as if like
Yeah.
he's trying to commit suicide. You're like, no, stop, don't.
no, I'm not going to run after him, bro. I'm going
Of
to die
course
too.
not.
Look, I know he's suicidal, but I'm not, all right?
Right.
I'm not going to say
I'm gonna fight for Super. That's some guy-
treasonous bug sympathizer. You go
Yeah.
run after him, then.
Divers are a dime a dozen.
Not this one.
Not me, all right?
I just got upgraded to Marshal.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm level 46 now. I don't know what rank that means. I'm still a super citizen because I'm better than you.
Because I'm better than you. What is the phrase that I'm thinking of whenever whenever they say that I can't think of the wording of it. Shit. It's one of like the propaganda messages,
right?
Where he says,
"It's not propaganda, okay? They're just talking about the good news,
the good
of
news.
managed
It's all
democracy.
managed
Spreading the
democracy.
good word.
They're just spreading the good word of managed democracy, bro. It's not propaganda. We don't do that on Super Earth, okay?
Right.
No,
Oh man, I love that.
completely faultless.
Yeah, exactly. What are you thinking of? Is it in the
Oh!
video?
It's the one where he says, or I think it's like a little, like one of the drop messages, like the tooltip things, and it says that if the enemy ever tries to engage in negotiations, shoot them.
Yeah, I like that one.
Because I forgot what it was. Because of course they're going to.
I also saw one thing is like if you see another diver like interested in alien artifacts, remember to report them to your democracy officer. Like, interest in alien artifacts is treason. I was like, I love it. I can't wait until the next faction pulls up as well. It'd be nice to have another one, but I'm also really stoked for.
Oh God! What if it isn't them though? What if it's something completely new?
Just spiders.
I think I've heard it's just spiders.
It's just really big space
the
spiders.
actual bugs from Starship Troopers.
Yeah, spiders,
God.
but with guns.
Yeah,
spiders with guns. 8 guns. They've got so many. Well, they have to walk. 6 guns, 2 for legs.
I like the idea of it being aliens.
I mean, it is really
Xenomorphs.
Maybe.
Okay, I don't know if I want to fight xenomorphs, guys. I have enough. I don't like the robots. I haven't scary. I have enough on my plate with the robots and the bugs. I don't want to fight xenomorphs, bro.
Yeah, you're talking about acid breath.
Yeah, but I can't wait. We have to kill 2 billion. We're already 1 billion down, bro. 1 billion robots dead.
How many more do we need?
The West has fallen. We're another billion. Halfway there.
Oh.
Yeah,
we got 2 days.
50%.
2 days and some change, and we've got 1 billion out of 2 billion.
When did that order start?
2 days ago.
Okay, maybe.
We're making good time. Yeah, but I think we have to really
good, yeah.
maybe.
Yeah,
Big
but the
big
weekend's
true.
over, so hopefully people are able to, because
Right.
the weekend's
Everybody's
over.
gonna
You got to
step
do your
up.
part. Everyone jump on.
I mean, I'm going to. Sorry.
Well, sorry.
oil.
I shouldn't say that. By the time this episode comes out, that major order will
It
already
doesn't
be
matter.
over.
It'll probably be bugs at that point. Kill
I'm
bugs.
gonna go ahead. I'm gonna
We'll
say
be
right now,
50
we have already
medals richer.
succeeded. Hoorah for Super Earth.
Way
We
to
already
go,
did it.
boys.
Way to go, boys.
Good job. Now let's go
Alternatively,
jump
if
in
we
and kill
failed,
those-
fuck every last one of you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys are
failed me.
pussies. I did my part. Did you?
I needed
Someone
those
didn't.
50 medals. Do you know what I could have gotten?
Sympathizers.
A cool emote where I like
The
fake
rest
you
of the
out.
Devastator armor set.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, hell.
Divers.
Ever. And roll credits.
I've been really enjoying that game so much. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I love all that.
It's
I love
too buggy though. I always like clip to the floor
Yeah.
or fly out, or the game crashes when I join things. It is really buggy, but I have been really enjoying my time with it.
Yeah.
It's just really fun.
And I think it also, I mean, I think in the future with some more updates and some more things to kind of flush it out, I think it's going to be really great. I love that they're adding some more weapons. I love that there's a bunch of different play styles.
They just added the
And-
polar war bond, and apparently I haven't gotten anything out of it yet. I don't know, but the general consensus seems to be that people don't like the weapons in it. They're underpowered for being
Right.
released, which is sad. But maybe they'll fix it. Who knows?
Well, I think that they're also, I think they did it on purpose because so far from what the consensus I've gotten is every new war bond, the weapons they released have been broken, overpowered, and
They've
just
had to
and,
nerf them.
and yeah, because like whenever, like I think supposedly whenever the game launched, the Quasar cannon could one shot a Hulk at any level, and now I think it's at least 2
Yeah.
if you can get a direct hit. So
I
like,
used the spear for a while, Dylan, that you
Yeah.
were using, and I like it, but there's so many times that I have a clear shot of something, like, and I'm
And
like
it just
close
won't
to it,
lock on.
and it just won't. Yeah, it doesn't even care.
It's the most frustrating.
The worst
part
one is
about
that if I'm not even like that close, but if I'm close to a Hulk, it just goes over their head.
Yep.
And I'm like, cringe. But it's really good. It does more damage than the Quasar cannon. But
right. I think it's specifically meant to be for facility and vehicles,
But it doesn't-
for me, it never locks onto a facility.
it only locks on the facility if I'm in front of it and above it. I have to have a clear shot and have high ground.
Damn.
So but it can shoot facilities. My thing is it doesn't lock onto the turrets at the facilities for me,
Yeah.
which sucks because that's what I use the Quasar cannon for a lot. But still, I did use it and I liked it. But I'm trying to figure out what build I like for robots because I feel like I never take. I feel like I'm always lacking something. I found a good build for bugs. I kill bugs like they're nothing, bro. Me and bugs are they hate me. They fear me.
Shit ain't nothing to me, man.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man. So 2 billion robots dead. West has fallen.
Born to die, forced to hell.
Because we
Forced to hell.
we when after we finished Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, we have now started
Free Beyond Journey's End.
Free Journey Beyond Journey End,
which is so out of left field based on what I know you enjoy.
I'll admit, because what if I... Here's the thing, though. At first, I told you that I didn't think I would enjoy Gurren Lagann.
Mm-hmm.
And
you really? I don't
boy,
fucking
how...
remember that.
Yeah, I remember being like, I
That's
don't...
been completely wiped from my mind.
Yeah, so...
Now every time I think of you, it's just like, pierce the heaven.
You want to talk about thought crime.
Yeah, so whenever I first started, you were like trying to this is... You'd showed me other things, but you were trying to I want to try and find something that you like. And I was like, yeah, go for it. And so you mentioned that one. And I did tell you, I've heard that it and a couple others are some of the best animes. Everyone swears by them. And you were like, yeah, it's because Gurren Lagann slaps, bro. It's really good.
Oh,
right.
And I want to say initially I was keeping it more towards Gundam.
Yeah.
All the safe stuff that I knew was relatively enjoyable, at least to me. And then you had suggested Gurren Lagann, I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, and then I was like, yeah, my thing is, and I remember telling you, yeah, I just don't, it doesn't sound like my thing. People talk about, Space Cowboys from Cowboy Bebop, and talk about Gurren Lagann. A lot of times people will put them together as, like the two similar things, but the best, and I was like, it doesn't seem like my thing. I usually like more, and I remember telling you this is still true as well. I'm not, when it comes to Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, I'm more Lord of the Rings. When it comes to anything space and medieval, I'm always more medieval and magical. I always like that more. I think it's cooler to me. It's neater. It seems more foreign, whereas all the space shows seem like, yeah, this could just be the future, which is cool in its own right, but not really what I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. So I was I remember not being sure about it. And then watching it being yeah, this slaps. And then going from there. I think that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is actually one of the more on par things. A mix of both.
Yeah.
The futuristic, but also it's mainly...
I'd say that's another... Vampire Hunter D would be another good example of that, because this flew under the radar for a long time for me.
Yeah.
I always seen little bits and pieces of it, and I was like, oh, damn, that looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And as soon as I watched it, I was like, wait, I'm sorry, this is in the fucking future?
Yeah, that's really cool.
And everything is still space age technology, but it's just got that gothic architecture to it. It's beautiful.
It was such especially the artwork.
The church spaceship was so cool to me.
Bro, it reminds me of 40K.
Right.
Yeah, and so I so whenever I watched, and I remember just being around and watching you guys watch one episode of Freer, and I was like, this, I don't know how to describe it to you, Dylan, but whenever if I was trying to find my own show, on my own, because I don't generally like anime at all,
right.
If I was trying to find my own show, this is probably something after just watching a random episode in the middle with you guys that I would have settled on.
Damn.
Because it has, to me, it fills this weird niche of being D&D, but with all these exceptions kind of thing, or after the party's done adventuring, what happens to someone who lives a long time and collecting different spells and all that. There was something about it, and obviously I know it gets, I'm only 10 episodes deep, I know it gets a whole lot deeper and a whole lot cooler, I know that it gets crazier, but just those first few episodes where it's just her just walking around doing shit, there was something about it.
Nice,
there was something about it that was refreshing to me, that's yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but this fills what I was kind of looking for. So even though it did seem like it came out left field, for me I was no, this is actually what I've been looking for in a weird way. That said, so far, at least two of the things that you've shown me, actually, everything you've shown me has been good, but at least two of them have stood out, and they're in my top. Gurren Lagann and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood were really good.
Yeah.
I will say that G Gundam is legendary in its own right, because of all the memes.
That's the gold standard, bro.
Yeah, dude, I know.
The God Gundam standard.
Also, one of the only shows that he said we have to watch it in dub, and I was like, I'm not going to argue. It was such a good decision.
You might have those silver feet, but I've got these gold fingers.
Yeah, I love it.
It's so wild.
Sekihaten Kyoken!
I haven't watched all of G Gundam, but I want to.
We're going to convince him to watch all of it with us.
Oh, you don't got to convince me. I just got to find time.
Oh, dude, Ian's in.
I'm in.
He's ready to go.
I watched a couple episodes with you guys here and there, and I remember watching the finale.
He already saw the last episode, too.
The love Sekihaten.
Dude, Sekihaten love Kyoken, bro. That was insane.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh, man. Yeah, we have to watch it again. It's going to take a while, though, 'cause it took us a while.
Mm-hmm.
How long
Is
is it a long series?
I want to say the episode's numbered in like the 40s.
It's like
40,
48 or 47, something like
It's
that.
like a Gundam Wing situation.
Yes.
Yeah, but the episodes aren't super long. It's just also it's fun enough, but also it's not really like bingeable. It's kind of like what we're doing right now, where it's like 5 episodes maybe in a sitting. I think we did 4, so 48. And there's only like 4 episodes in a sitting. It did take us a while to finish it. We could probably binge more if we were trying that.
Yeah.
But made like a whole movie night out of it.
A lot of times I like to take shows like that. I like to take it slow.
Yeah.
With Dylan and I, we usually have like we have watch nights where like, you know, a couple times a week sometimes, or maybe once a week. We try and get down and like finish out a show.
Yeah.
I recently just finished up. Dude, you want to talk about a show that I fell in love with that I was not expecting?
Yeah.
Was shit.
I love that show.
Come on now.
He knows what it is. I don't know what it is. So I'm over here like,
it's
what are
the
you guys
Pirates. It's Star.
He loved it, but he forgot the name. What is
Yes.
it, Dylan?
Outlaw Star.
Outlaw Star.
Oh, I've heard about this one.
Yes.
Again, space theme, so you may not. But
It's not my cup of tea, but I mean, Gurren Lagann's my top.
bruh,
So I mean,
I also really enjoyed.
It says Tengen Toppa.
I really enjoyed Cowboy Bebop
Roll credit.
because of the vibe.
It's another thing I think we should maybe after Free Run we should probably I don't know what else did
you think you're ready?
What else did you say? You had something else you wanted me to watch, but then I asked to watch Free Run. I think it was we wanted to finish Iron Blood Orphans or something.
Before we continue, we've been going through. We've been going back through the Big O again.
Yes.
And the Big O
Dude.
is
Cast in the name of God.
Oh my God, ye not guilty.
Excuse me? I don't know
That
what
is
he's
the
talking about.
opening tagline of the show.
He gets into his big robot, and of course
Mega Deuce.
the robot then can that's exactly what his name. Yeah,
Don't do that.
I'll say it, okay?
No, don't.
The robot.
Mega Deuce.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's the Dominus.
I don't have to say anything else. You can keep going. I just
Right, no,
just
right.
for everyone out there. For everyone out there,
Look.
right.
timestamp it. Omega Deuce.
It whenever you
Subject
get
matter expert here.
whenever you get into the pilot seat,
It judges you.
It judges you based on how good you are, and so of course, and if it judges you as worthy, it says cast in the name of God, as in like cast these hands in the name of God. You're not guilty, so it's like you're good.
Yeah.
So as you get into it, it's like you're go ahead. You're good.
It's so
We'll go ahead and give you the
cool,
go ahead to
dude.
start throwing hands.
You've been given divine crusade permission.
Exactly
Go killing.
right. Yeah.
Buck wild.
And the
Go
thing is,
ahead.
he has like these massive fists.
And what is this again?
The Big
the Big
O.
O.
I didn't make sure because I feel like you've told me about this before.
Oh, you've definitely seen it
What have I
before.
seen of this before? But yeah,
the soundtrack is where it has that sort of like mid-century kind of Art Deco vibe.
Oh yeah, you've showed me a good bit.
Right.
And-
It is
dude,
the Warner Brothers Batman animated
Yes.
series.
Oh yeah, no, you've shown me a good bit. Because I recognize that hand.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I reckon you've shown me a good bit of.
But
this.
so we've been going through it, and I like to take it like in 2 or 3 episode chunks because it feels a little more digestible, and also I don't ever like to rush through those kind of things. I like to kind of take my time. I like to take our time with it, where it's
Right.
like we can watch a couple
we
episodes
make
here.
a night out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Usually with Oreos and some tea or something, we sit down and have it all, and it's
Always a good combo.
and I love it. We sit down and we have that moment, and it's not too long, and that's why it took us so long to do Wing, because I think in Wing we were doing like 2 or 3 episode segments.
Wing was so fun.
Wing was fun. It was wacky,
God
dude.
damn.
yeah. Is there a point in the series where someone's guilty and it just kills them?
Yes, actually.
Awesome. Okay, I was curious. No, I'm just curious.
Yes,
It just seems like that was the natural progression of
Right.
things.
No, it definitely happens.
Yeah. So what were we trying to pick before I recommended for? I think you were trying to finish Iron Blood Orphans or something else.
You had mentioned wanting to finish it, and it has
You
been
said
a while
something
since
else,
we had.
though, too. I forgot what it was. You had another recommendation to try. I just don't remember what it was.
Cowboy
It might have-
Bebop, of all the ones that are technically considered sci-fi, I would say Cowboy Bebop is like not super sci-fi.
Right.
It feels a little bit more.
'Cause I know
realistic
in the same
way.
conversation I mentioned that I started but haven't finished Demon Slayer, but I was enjoying it overall. It was
Everyone's
one of
been
those
going crazy for.
Yeah, well, that's-
what's it called? Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Everyone's going buck wild for
Well,
that.
that's one of those things where, much like Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer, those are two that they got so much popularity that
yeah.
maybe it's because I just don't want to jump on the bandwagon, so I'm just being a bitter asshole. But like hearing about it enough, I was like, yeah, I'm just not that interested. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I watched the first season of Demon Slayer, and I was like, this is really good. And then because I was really sick and stuck at home, I watched it again with Nathan. Whenever we got COVID, we were both stuck at home for 2 weeks. We watched together. I
forgot about that.
We watched all of Demon Slayer because he only watched the first episode and liked it. We watched all of Demon Slayer. We watched all of what's it called? Arcane, the League of Legends TV show. We watched all of Arcane, except for the last episode, I think. And we also he started because he only got a few seasons in. He restarted and finished all of Game of Thrones, but I wasn't there for all of it because he woke up. It's like all he was doing. Yeah. So I only watched like a few seasons here and there with him in the middle. So me and Nathan watched a ton of shit, and we also bought and finished in that 2 weeks. Man, I need to get COVID again. Actually, this was really fun. We bought and finished. What's it called? Orcs Must Die 3.
Oh yeah.
We bought and finished the like main story of that and started having fun with it. And then he was like, "Man, we finished it. I don't think we can buy another game though." Like he was like, "Oh, I guess we should just go watch shows." We just watched a shit ton of shows. So I enjoyed.
I just remembered something that we could watch, and it is the second season of Standalone Complex.
Oh, that's good.
Because I had finished the first one with you a while back, but we never finished like the whole thing.
I'm trying to
don't
figure
like
out.
that.
Dylan's doing. Oh wait, no,
I used to do.
He's a
this shit all the time.
sympathizer.
Wait, I don't know how he's. Sorry, that's not the point. You guys will not understand what I'm saying because there's no video on this this podcast. But my hand hurts now trying. Yeah, we did mention that one, which would be neat. I actually can't even do it. Like you guys are both able to do that with like such skill. I can't even do it without having another hand help me. Oh, I can do it.
I used to do crazy shit with my hands all the time.
Yeah, and also if I bend it, my fingers just okay. Yeah, they're doing this weird thing with their hands where they wrap their fingers around each other, and he's how are you doing this? I can't even. You guys are like they're like bug sympathizer level. Like your hands are definitely double jointed, bro. Your fingers are all messed up. Like
nah, they're cool.
I can do it this way though, but I can't do it the other way.
Yeah. Skill issue.
Skill issue. I'm just built different with my joints.
Mold.
Seethe. Yeah, we could do that. I was trying to think. I'm thinking maybe we could do co-parter. I think maybe we could do next. Let's let the viewers pick. Viewers.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Viewers. What should we? Well, I mean, if they say
I've got Golden Boy on the shelf, dude. That's as bad as it's gonna get with me. Somebody's gonna recommend something way fucking worse. I swear to you.
Before anybody recommends anything, I have to look up Golden Boy to figure out what it is.
Oh, but, you know. It was we got it at the convention. It was right next to Naughty Nurses and Dirty Doctors.
Wait, I did.
Yeah.
Damn. Wait, have you watched this?
Yes, I have.
And Dirty Doctors.
Man, I told you to get 9 Hours of Dirty Doctors.
You did. I couldn't. I'm sorry.
Man.
I failed you. It's
Golden
up there
Boy
with
TV
Bible
miniseries.
Black. We'll get there eventually.
Still, I looked it up. I'm going to read it later. But no, I was saying I'll let the people decide. That's assuming we get a comment from somebody who's even going to decide at all.
There's at least one person.
Oh yeah,
that'll.
I'm just saying. I can think of a few people who listen to this that might say something to me. But if it's bullshit, then I'll just get on the next episode of the podcast that I'm on and call them out on their bullshit. There he goes with the weird fingies again. Just sipping his tea like a freaking alien.
Okay, but like, if they recommend...
Don't touch your face like I can't. Sorry, I'm going to look away so that I can keep talking. If they recommend something stupid, I'm going to get on the next podcast and be like,
okay, but if it's stupid, we have to watch it.
No, the Hammer of Dylan said it overruled you because you've picked something that was cringe. So, but like I'm just saying, we'll bring it up for them as well. We'll leave it up for the
There's
people,
a limit, okay?
the people to decide. Yeah.
If it's something that's so stupid, it's going to be funny, or just
still
like stupid in the good way, then we'll watch it. But only if I give it the go.
Let's just say he has the hammer. I'm asking the audience to pick what I watch next. Dylan's the one who's in charge here. But
are you talking about watching something for the podcast? You mean like
no, just the next anime
in
I
general.
watch.
Okay.
So I guess I'll elaborate for everyone who maybe hasn't listened to all 178 million episodes that we have.
215.
We're in the twos. I should have started with 2. I know. I remembered now. But if you guys join this at episode 220 or whatever, you guys are weird for starting that late in. But hi, my name's Ethan. I don't like anime, but Dylan has been trying to find anime for me. I was looking over to see if his hands were still on the weird thing because I could turn around. But I don't like anime, but Dylan was trying to find things that I like because he's found a few that he liked as well. And so he found a few that I like. So now I'm like, I'm trying to find animes that I like. And everyone recommends like the same stuff. I've been recommended, apart from Cowboy Bebop and Gurren Lagann, I've been recommended all the ones that are popular right now. Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. There's a couple other ones that are just really popular. What are some other really popular animes?
Fucking
Naruto.
Bleach.
No, Bleach. I've been recommended to watch
One
Bleach.
Piece.
I haven't been recommended to watch Naruto or One Piece, and the reason why is I think the people who are fans of those shows know that they're just so big that someone who's trying to get into anime will probably not pick those. Like they just probably won't.
started watching One Piece back in like junior high.
Yeah, still going.
Still going.
So, so I've been recommended a few things, but so far the things that Dylan has recommended have been good, and we've watched a few of them. We're trying to figure out what's next. Right now we're watching Frieren Beyond Journey's End, and I was thinking of what we're watching next.
I would really consider you watch Cowboy Bebop. I think it's a vibe. You may not care for it a whole bunch.
Finishing Cowboy Bebop is on the list because again, it's one of the big ones that have been recommended to me. Finishing Demon Slayer, I guess, is on the list because I started it and I did enjoy what I saw of it. I
mean, the Big O is also fun and kind of wacky.
I've seen a good bit of the Big O. I guess maybe it would be watching it just to get the closure because I've seen a lot of it, so I'd be watching it to like actually fully get the full story, not just the pieces that I've seen. But we can finish Iron Blood Orphans. But yeah, this is the first time I feel like we don't have a direct thing next. Normally, you're like after. Like I remember when we were watching Mobile Fighter G, you were like, I didn't know what we're watching next. Like halfway through the show, we still had like 28 episodes left, and you were like, I want us to watch Full Metal Alchemist. No, I think I mentioned Full Metal Alchemist, and you were like, oh, if we're gonna watch it, we're gonna watch Brotherhood, and I definitely want to watch it. And then after that, you were like, yeah, I'm sold on it.
Yeah.
Well, at least
I ordered it immediately.
at least the audience now knows kind of what you have on your list, like a little short list.
Yeah, that's basically all
they can throw. They can throw out anything that they want to as well.
Yeah, I grew up watching a bit of Naruto, but I never really. I don't remember that much of it. I don't know how far I got.
The first 100 episodes of what we watched a whole bunch because it was always on Cartoon Network. All those first 100 episodes.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I can sit. Well, there's like scant few moments in Naruto I actually enjoy, but I don't think I could do it again.
Really?
Yeah. I think I could. I just don't. I don't know. It doesn't really because again, it's this. Inside of you, there are two wolves. The wolf that wants to rewatch Naruto and wants to start from the beginning, so that way he gets the full story. And the wolf that's like, I've tried starting from the beginning enough times that the first 20 episodes, I've already seen enough, at least. Yeah. So it's like, I don't even know where I would pick up, but I don't want to pick up in the middle.
I've seen like a pretty comprehensive list of like the cutout of the fluff episodes.
Oh, yeah.
And like it really shortens down the series. And I thought about giving that a watch, trying it out. Because I remember I enjoyed Naruto for what it was. Like obviously, like the thing is, I think I also looked at it more as a cartoon show that had serious moments. And I was like, kind of like Teen Titans,
right?
In a way, it was like wacky, but at the same time, like they had like really serious moments.
Dude, what a comparison!
But
I'm gonna call Naruto's
fair, though.
No, I just think that's just I've never thought of it that way. It's just a wacky comparison. Naruto is the Teen Titans of anime,
right? Like Teen Titans. Teen Titans also had like I also had like fluff episodes. Also had like some really serious hard hitting moments, but then also had like
it
very
had
comedic.
Raven. Hey,
yo.
She'd be Azarath on my Metro
until I zip those. I'll let her Azarath on my Metronome. Anyways.
Yep. Everyone just pause it. Just leave it there for a second. Let that cook. Yeah, I said it.
I said it. And I meant it. But anyways. So,
Don't listen to this episode, Mom.
Not like she would understand what's happening.
Yeah. I think she might recognize the Azrath Metron.
I do not think so.
We watched the show enough. I don't know.
Yeah, but she didn't pay attention.
She didn't remember that shit.
I would say something about, we watched a shit ton of Naruto, and I probably would say that to her, and she'd probably be like, I don't know what that is.
Is that Boruto's dad?
Is that Boruto's dad? He's cool.
Dude, if Mom hits me with is that Boruto's dad? He should get his own
Naruto's
show.
Dad? Yeah.
Oh my god.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be great. I mean, I'd have a whole new perspective on our mom.
On my own mother.
Yeah. She starts throwing out memes
because it doesn't matter if she's serious. That's hilarious because she knows about Boruto, and that's great. And if she's not serious, then she's got such good meme lord potential with that one. she's well versed in the memes.
I just want to I want one day for us to just go over there and have dinner or something, and Mom just like unironically just like throws out some Zoomer
some
slop.
Heaven piercing. Oh,
just like some Zoomer slop. Just like just like hits us with the freaking Riz Lord yacht cringe bullshit or whatever.
She makes like a skibbity toilet jokes, and then she,
but like doesn't do it in a cringy way, but just 100 just lays it out. Be like,
honestly, I can actually see Mom. Again, she's gonna listen to this episode now because we talked about her enough. I'm gonna send these clips to her. I can see Mom because of what she does for her job. I can see her coming and us coming over and us
do fellow kids.
No, how do you do, fellow teens? Yeah, no, and us saying something and her actually unironically replying with "cope." I can hear Mom. 100%. I can hear Mom saying "cope" and "seethe" to us because enough students have said it that she's like, "What is it my students are saying? Cope?" And I'd be like, "You got that one right. That's a checkmate, Mom. You got me."
Those are fine. It's everything else that I'm.
I'm just saying that's close. That's towing the line where you can use that.
Also, something that never occurred to me, but all three of us have not watched a show together.
Yeah.
What is it?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know off the spot, but I know that we haven't.
It's been a while.
Me, you, and Ian in the same room watching a show.
I was about to say maybe we haven't watched from start to end a whole show together. Mm-hmm.
We may have watched like the same series separately.
Yeah, well, I mean, or if I've started it and then you started it. And
I was trying to think about
we hop in for each other's episodes sometimes, but the reason why mainly is just scheduling. Mm-hmm. I think that because if we're gonna watch a show, either mine and your pace is totally weird. It depends on even though I really loved Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, it totally depends.
Days, we just fucking watched 5 episodes of Free Run in a row.
Yeah. So it's like
it's
it depends.
Just that good.
Which not only is it that good, but also we did that to the end, like the last bit of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because I wanted to binge that last bit. Like I was like, nah, you can't leave me hanging now. We're getting too good. Oh yeah. So like for me, there was this moment which happens a lot where I'm not in the mood to watch it. So it's like also another good one that's dubbed really well. The voice acting is fantastic.
Oh, of course.
That's that's something that even though I've loved it and I'm saying it's among my favorites of things that I've watched, of just series in general that I've watched. It's like it still takes forever to watch all of it. Like if you guys are trying to watch something, you're gonna finish it before me, and you finish it any day of the week. Yeah. Like easily.
I was trying to think if there was a time whenever you lived here that we.
Usually it was movies. Whenever we were all free here, it was usually movies. And whenever I lived here, me and him were watching G Gundam. Mm-hmm. So you only watch like a couple episodes of that here and there.
Really?
Mm-hmm. When I lived here, we were watching G Gundam. We also...
holy shit.
I'm trying to think what we were watching.
That was forever ago.
Yeah.
At least it feels like it.
What did we watch? Oh yeah, and Gurren Lagann before that.
I know, I remember that.
Before that or after that. Either way,
right.
Or somewhere in the middle, I don't know.
You know what always...
Yeah, so it's like that was like the first things that he got me to watch was something he knew I would like and something that he said like, no, you're going to like it. It's just because right after we finished Gurren Lagann...
You're going to like it.
Right. Well, I know for a fact.
Right after we finished Gurren Lagann, I was like, congratulations, I don't like anime and you found something that I like enough to wear the necklace around and like I like it enough. By the way, someone in the store complimented the necklace and he was like asking what it was.
Damn, it was straight, buddy. Welcome to my world.
Yeah, right. I'm so cool. But yeah.
In his workplace, he's known as the Gurren Lagann guy. Is that right?
Yeah.
They call you the leather jacket guy.
And they point at my necklace, going, "Oh, it's you!" And I'm like, "What?
What?
I've never met you."
Yeah, I do not know you.
You helped me pick out a computer, and I complimented your necklace.
That's really funny. I know that your coworkers referred to you as leather jacket guy.
Who was the lead character in
Simon?
It's you, Simon.
Right.
Like, no, it's Dylan.
You know what will always keep me coming back to that show?
What's that?
The eye catches.
Oh yeah.
And that fucking music that
the
plays
music of
during
the
that,
eye catches.
It's so fucking good.
I love it.
There's a whole bunch of animes that have a lot of good little in between shots like that.
Gundam specifically.
I mean, there's a bunch of those.
Dude.
I love the. Yeah, it's so good.
I mean, I remember like Cowboy Bebop had some as well, I believe, and then
a couple still frames here and there.
What was the last? I don't think it was Outlaw Star. What did we watch before Outlaw Star? And that's digging back.
Whoa, it had to have been Patlabor. Like the first, like
dude,
100%,
bro, 100% Patlabor, dude.
Those eye catches where it shows off like each individual eye shows the name and everything.
So fun.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we watched that show, and I'm not gonna lie. Whenever that was over, I'm like, I'm kind of sad.
Yeah,
I wanted to kind of keep going.
Mm-hmm. We got a little bit more.
I feel like it also didn't really have like a really like tight, neat conclusion.
Oh yeah.
It just kind of was just like we're all just living our lives.
Yep,
And
that's
like,
that.
It makes sense. It totally makes sense, especially like whenever you're dealing with like police officers in the force. That's just part of their daily life. It's like, oh yeah, that 100% makes sense. Like the show's just going to be like, and just another Tuesday. But I definitely after all the struggles and the trials we all went through, at the very end, I was like, there's no like,
that's it.
There's no, or they're not going to
see you guys next week.
The closest, like, we see progression in the second Pat Labor film.
Yeah,
where some folks have retired or moved on to different things.
Yeah,
that one, oh my god, that makes me sad.
Yes.
Now that I think about it, but it's nice to see them.
Is that kind of how the timeline's supposed to work?
Yeah.
So
I want to say the latest point we see them is in the second film.
Really? I need to watch the films again.
Yeah.
Now that we've watched the show, that's crazy.
Yep.
Anyways, there was a romance that I was hoping that would happen, but never did.
Oh yeah. I mean, it happens.
It's up to interpretation.
Does it? You talking about Noah and Shinohara?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that straight up fucking happens.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because at the end of the show, it just kind of was
go on dates.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of it, I thought they were just like, yeah, we're just buddies now.
No.
I was like, you can't tell me.
Yeah, they're buddies, but they also frick.
Yeah. You can't have sexual tension like that.
That's right. I said it. Frick.
Yeah,
Frick.
they
fug.
As they work together, they develop, and it's like the fucking Zeta and Vasaraga dynamic that I love so much.
Right.
Where they start off like hating each other's guts.
Wait,
even though
Zeta and
don't.
Vasaraga are smashing?
No.
I know that was a joke because you mentioned they were shipping a relationship. That was a
right
joke.
because they're just so fucking perfect.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We're gonna get back on Grand Blue. I need to finish what I was saying before we get back on Grand Blue because like I'm a big Kegloster's a big mean warrior.
I mean 100%. All the characters I thought you would enjoy.
But I was saying the first thing that he got me to watch was Gurren Lagann. I was like, congratulations, Dylan. I don't like anime, and you found something that I like enough to like straight up like what's the word I'm looking for? Like integrate it into like my personality. Like I like it enough that I will make jokes about it. That will make a deal that if one of us is trying to commit suicide, the other one could punch the piss out of the other person. We've already got
Grit
this
those
deal.
Teeth, bitch.
It's on paper. Let me see you get those teeth. I've thought about that while going through something before in my life. Like let me see you grit those teeth. Like I've thought about it before. Like the show is good enough that it's actually affected who I am in a positive way. Like, all right, you got me. It's just straight up good.
Damn.
And I was like, what are we watching next? And you were like, real change of pace. But we're gonna watch Mobile Fighter G Gundam. and I was like, what's that? And you were
Same
like,
fucking vibe, bro. Get ready.
You'll see.
Right.
And I was like, I don't know if I want to see
This hand of mine glows with an awesome power. Its burning grip tells me to defeat you. Here I go.
Here I go. My favorite line is the way he says, "Here I go."
Yeah.
Here I go. I need to watch it again just to hear that again.
Well, I will trust me. Whenever Dylan and I started, you can definitely join in.
Here I go. Oh man.
But speaking of, like, I felt that way about Cowboy Bebop. Was the first anime for me where like the music.
You really enjoyed that one,
dude. Well, it was
right up your alley.
I'm not gonna spoil anything for it, but like it was just the vibe. It was the music. It was the character development. It was like it was just all of the things that really made a good story for me. Like you were saying about Gurren Lagann, like how after leaving it, I was like, I think I'm a bit changed as a person, a little bit about how I look at different things.
And it even affected the way whenever I wasn't a big fan of Evangelion, and then I finished the last bit, and I was like, no, I get where they've been going this whole time. This whole time it hasn't really clicked for me, but at the end of it, I know some people had different they felt more confused at certain parts of the end, but for me, I was like, no, I think I get it all now. I think, in fact, now it makes the whole thing, I kind of want to watch it all again because I feel like now I can enjoy it more. Like, somehow for me, the ending finally tied it up in a way that made sense to me. So I was like, for similar reasons to Gurren Lagann.
If you told me that I would somehow be able to convince you to come see the end of Evangelion in theaters,
man,
yeah,
I'd have called you a fucking madman. No way am I showing that.
And also,
to you.
like damn near couldn't do it because I was working. It was only in theaters 2 days, and one of those days I was working, and the other one was I could have been.
And I'm so happy we did.
Yeah,
that.
it was a good
fun,
thing to
dude.
see it.
If you, for any of those out there who have not watched or have not listened to that podcast episode, I'm not sure what number it is. It was a few weeks back.
Mm-hmm.
A great episode of the show, but also, I mean,
Great
wacky
movie.
film.
Great movie. Yeah. So I so like you went straight from one to the next one, and then again during that one you found the next show. So now we finished that one, and I kind of picked the next show this time. I was like, you know what? I've heard about it a little bit. It's one of those. This one, it's gotten enough. It's not like Jujutsu Kaisen, which also I think part of it is like for Naruto, Demon Slayer, and Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
My roommate Cade loves all three of those a lot. So I think part of why I don't want to watch them is that I've already heard enough about both.
Oh,
Right.
Even though I know basically nothing about Jujutsu Kaisen, I just know it's really popular.
All I know is domain expansion.
Yeah, right. Snake in my
Is that what
boot.
that's from?
Yeah,
Okay, that's what
that's
it.
it.
What was that one? Oh, it's Buzz Lightyear, Domain Expansion, Infinity and Beyond.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this is like even though I kind of picked this one, like we're gonna have something lined up now, and I know that we're gonna finish this one pretty quick as well because there's only 28 episodes, and
You're almost halfway.
yeah, well, it's not just that. There's only 28 episodes, and I know that this week I'm gonna get free again pretty soon, and I'm
Nice.
gonna try and watch it again.
Well, I
soon.
was gonna see now
pizza
that we were talking about potentially watching another Ghibli film. I was gonna say, would you be able to come over Wednesday, Thursday, and then we go ahead and do one for the show?
My Neighbor Totoro.
My Neighbor Totoro.
Neighbor
That's the
Totoro.
one. Okay.
It's just that was just I haven't seen it in a long time.
No, no,
I
no.
want
Yeah,
to
no,
see it again.
that's
Obviously, you guys can do whatever else you want to do, but,
Right.
I know of the days you're available.
I'm gonna wake up like late in the afternoon because I'm gonna get off work on Wednesday, and I'm just gonna wake up to a text message like, "Whenever you're up, whenever you see this, come over." Just fresh out of bed, like, let's get pizza and watch show.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm actually going to be off Wednesday.
In that case,
Let's
I
do
think Wednesday we're
Wednesday.
doing. I think
That was
this
perfect.
coming week. Once again, let me think real quick.
Oh, hey, whoa, slow down.
I was thinking.
His face is getting so red.
Yeah, no, my face is red because it's hot as balls in here.
I'm sorry, is that steam I see coming out of your
Okay, I thought, and yes, I am actually off work. This so
Cool.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh man.
Yeah, but as far as like other shows and like especially animes and stuff that I feel like have really connected with me recently, Outlaw Star I think hit me in a whole new way. Again, just like it for some reason it
the
just
hype ass Kataro.
Oh my god,
Dude.
And then again in a weird way, Pat Labor was wholesome enough and had its fun moments that just made me it felt
It's
good.
so good.
It's so good, and then
It also helped that we started that like during our vacation.
oh my gosh, dude,
at the beach.
what a cool vibe that was.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta do that again
Oh yeah.
this year. Wink, wink.
Winky, winky.
Wink. What? No, not on the podcast. But it kind of referring back to Cowboy Bebop a little bit.
Mhm.
There's some really important heavy stuff that happens.
Yeah.
That I feel like really.
Yeah.
Looking back on it,
I mean,
was
that's
like,
same thing with your Lagan. Where like,
Yeah.
there's points where like you grow with the character, like as a character.
Mhm.
Also, to figure out what you were talking about the series in there, you said the worst thing that you own and the lowest that you would go for watching is Golden Boy. I googled it, and all I'm going to read is the first 3, 4, 5, 6 words.
okay.
You know what? 7. I'll include the word manga. Fine. 7 words. On Wikipedia, Golden Boy is a Japanese sex comedy manga. Excuse me? Excuse me?
You'll understand when you say it.
I don't know if I want to see it.
No, dude, it's fucking funny. Just wait.
Oh, man. That's so funny. Stylized in all caps is also.
So why did you got that because it's
But Naughty Nurses
'Cause I
and Dirty
know-
Doctors or whatever it was called.
Because it's really funny.
okay.
And the main character's a fucking doofus, but you're going to love him by the end of it.
Okay, well, I was about to say, I know a few times that I hate main characters. What was the last main character that I hated so much? Oh, man, I'm trying to remember.
Shinji Ikari.
Yeah, Shinji, yeah.
don't know.
He's a straight up pussy. No, him too, but I think that was someone else I was thinking of. But Shinji's a pussy. There was someone else that I hated a lot.
Vincent.
Oh yeah,
From
Vincent.
Catherine.
Vincent from
Oh,
Catherine.
wow.
If you guys have played Catherine, Vincent is the absolute biggest degenerate piece of shit character. I hate him. He's such a shit idiot. I hate him so much.
shit idiot?
Shit idiot. Yeah,
Oh man.
he's the worst person ever, and he acts like he's not causing every problem himself. Even in the good ending, he's a piece of shit. He's a dick. I hate him. He's the worst person.
Damn. Tell me how you really feel.
I ain't even started yet. I didn't hear no bell.
I ain't get cooked up.
Oh man.
Damn.
Yeah, I hate that guy. that was it. That was one character I was really passionate about, and I was like, I remember I kept asking you, like, we're on the good ending, right? Why is he still such a piece of shit? We're making all the good ending decisions,
Right,
and
it
he's
was
still,
like,
he's still like, I don't know. I only slept with her twice. Like, what the hell?
I don't know, dude. I'll like go home and drink, and then she'll just be in my bed.
Yeah, and instead of telling her I can't do this in a relationship and telling my girlfriend that it's happening and it's weird, I'm just gonna tell neither of them and just keep sleeping with her. God, I'm such a good guy though, because I'm not addressing the situation. Excuse me. Like,
Huh?
huh?
Yeah.
Awful. Fun game though.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's one of my favorites.
Oh man.
Yeah. So speaking of Grand Blue, of all the characters that I thought that you would actually like think were funny or that you would like, the like super weeaboo anime girl is
Right.
definitely the one, because obviously she's a shit poster. I feel like a lot of the times.
Yeah. I feel like
Her name is Cagliostro, and I mean,
The mother of alchemy.
You want to talk about the most?
I've already made.
Yeah,
But at least, again, it's weird though, because you would think that I wouldn't like
yeah.
whenever all the generic anime shit's happening.
course.
But I also liked Gurren Lagann.
Well,
And it
you're right.
plays into a lot of that. Like one of the main characters, like the whole thing, the boob animation, and
Oh, you're right.
her having the gun and being like super sexualized, but like
Right.
also like strong, independent woman. This weird mix.
Yeah.
It totally fine by me, because they're doing this in like a sort of ironic way, or like in a grossly comedic way, like on purpose, like
Hand-fisted way.
very
Right.
obviously
Yeah.
comedic, very like we're doing this on purpose,
Right.
and it's
Right.
like, yeah, you're not.
Initially, I thought you would have just written Cagliostro off, but as soon as you find out that whole cutesy act is just a
Well, no,
front.
actually, I almost didn't know how to feel whenever I found out it was a front, because I thought it was funnier if she's just some gifted alchemist who's like a cute little girl. I thought I almost liked that in a way more, but I like the dynamicness of the character where it's all made up, and especially the mix between her being like was boom, and then saying
Right.
dumbass right after. It's hilarious. Best character to have. Great.
I love that.
Shit. But then her getting back up and be like, Cagliostro, the sequel. We've said that so many
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
Like,
What
her
is
character's
the-
hilarious.
What is that ability that she has?
It's the one, I don't know, it's the bomb one.
Phantasmagoria.
Oh, yeah.
Phantasmagoria.
And she says, go team.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that one.
Phantasmagoria. And it's like, holy shit.
I showed a friend of mine this one. I was like, yeah, her character's crazy because of this line. And I showed her the line where she says, let me teach you true pain. I love that one.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, man.
I do like it a lot. Yeah. But I like her for the same reason that I like whenever Gurren Lagann plays into the anime tropes. Whenever it's like, yes, it's like a funny
Right,
thing.
right.
The problem is a lot of shows are not doing it ironically. That's just an anime trope that exists for a reason, and I do not like that. Or whenever it's like they're not playing into the trope, but they're like towing the line
Bruh.
for some of these characters. But whenever I make jokes about Narmaya, and I'm like, that's just unfair.
by God.
yeah. Whenever I make, like that's
Save some for the rest of us.
like, that's one thing, but like, I don't know. For me though, the characters that I liked the most, I'm trying to think of who they were that I originally saw and liked. I liked Vasaraga. I liked his story a lot, mainly. I liked Percival and Lancelot. But I also didn't know, because now I like Vayne a lot more. Vayne and Siegfried are also really cool.
The
But I
Dragon
didn't know those two at the time. Percival and Lancelot were in the fighting game. Yeah. But there was someone else that you showed me. It wasn't Cagliostro, because I didn't know much about her at the time. I didn't enjoy her until until Relink. Who else was it? I think it might have just been Jita.
Probably. Lowain.
Oh yeah, him. I thought
wild.
Lowain. I thought him and the boys. They were also a really fun character. Which again, they were like a joke kind of character. But I like I like just them in
You
general.
just kind of
We
go
again
with the bro flow.
we
flow
haven't-
like the bros go.
we haven't finished this show or even continued it.
Yeah.
But that show Bang Braverin. You want to talk about feeling like it really hits the nail on the head with like that, where like we're talking about playing into tropes but doing it for comedic effect and it not and being done like not seriously. It's all irony.
When you
it's
make it when you
make it fun.
When you make the anime tropes and stuff like that, the comedic relief, even if the character's a serious character but it's a comedic relief moment, it's fine. Because again, now it's like, now we can all kind of laugh about it. But whenever it's like you're trying to make it serious, but the tropes are still happening in the background, it's like, no, you have to embrace it as a joke and then move back on to serious. You have to go back and forth for me. And I think
you can't do them both at the same time.
Exactly. You can't. It's not. I just can't. So and it's like part of why I also enjoyed. Some people don't like it for the same reason though. For a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, where there's too many scenes where the screen shifts and people's face go from well-defined and animated to like a goofy animation to show that they're playing into some goofy trope. Like Alphonse is like, his face is hilarious, and like I like it though because then whenever the screen changes, they can play into any trope that they want. They can make any joke they want, and then get back to the show being serious.
Right.
I think that some people argue that they do it too much. To each their own.
Right.
But I like that because
at least have a style and they stick to it.
Exactly. But then if you play into some trope or make some joke, I don't feel like you're killing the moment because you just go right back to the moment. You can just smash cut back from one to the other.
We can disconnect for a second.
You go by Scar. What's your real name? My name. Fuck you.
Every time I hear or say smash cut, I think of the Mickey meme that you showed me. Did someone say Door to Darkness? And just smash cuts to Mickey standing there
in a fucking trench coat and a hood. It's like, bruh. What the fuck are you wearing?
It's even funnier if you like know Final Fantasy, and so you're like, but you don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts, right? So you're just watching this video, and then it just smash cuts to Mickey Mouse in a trench coat, T-posing.
The most unintentionally funny thing.
Love it.
I have ever seen.
It was such a serious scene, and then
because that series is full of shit like that, and it's the best.
Oh man, I'll be honest, as much as I love Kingdom Hearts, they are the exact definition of what I'm talking about, doing it wrong.
Dude, yes.
Where it's like, rather than cutting back and forth to the tropes or doing, it's like a totally serious scene.
Flashlight.
It's a totally serious show, and they expect me to take Mickey Mouse serious whenever Mickey Mouse is like, you have to trust your heart, Sora.
It's already bad enough that Donald and Goofy are your main companions.
I can't take I can't take Donald's death seriously whenever he casts Zeta Flare. I'm looking at this like there's no way he's the strongest character in like all of Final Fantasy history. I mean, he's dead now, but I can't. Donald Duck
is stronger than Bob.
He's like,
I don't know why. I don't know why you guys were surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't take it seriously. Or
the fact that Goofy is the one that holds everyone together.
I was about to get that. The fact that Goofy, literally named Goofy, also known as Donald, stupid. But like
one person.
That one was good. But like the character literally named Goofy in Kingdom Hearts 3 is the only sensible person, and I hate that. Man. Yeah, he plays like it's the worst. I'm sorry. They could also Kingdom Hearts 3 is bad in a lot of ways when it comes to story and writing. Yeah. But still, the fact that he's the voice of reason, it's just I can't.
It's hilarious.
I love the series, but when it comes to me, the same thing I'm talking about done poorly, just as an adult, try and seriously play Kingdom Hearts 2 specifically. Try and seriously understand the story that's going on. You can't help but laugh at some of the things. Right. I remember toward the end of the game, it never dawned on me until we were playing it together. Mm-hmm. And the very last world,
I was like, man, this is fucking stupid.
It's not even. It's just ridiculous, man. Yeah. You're sitting here and you're like, is this Mickey Mouse just showed up, and is he gonna just kill himself for the people now? Is that what's happening? What is it going? And now it's okay. Like just the lines that are happening are just like, yeah, okay, sure, okay, that's fine.
I believe it.
Yeah,
I'll take your word for it.
My friends are my power, and you're like, yeah, no, okay, all right, this is cool. I see. I can get why. I can get why.
You want to know what I forgot happened? That happens in Kingdom Hearts 2? You can get saved by the king. Yeah. How did that trigger again?
It's usually like organization missions. There are some other outliers. I think like Cerberus in the underworld as well. If you die, I think I don't know. It's just difficulties as well, I think.
Really?
But like he could do it more frequently or some things. But yeah, if you die on organization fights.
Really?
And I think there's a few choice other ones as well, but I know it's organization fights.
Damn.
But I also think there are choice organization fights that you can't be saved by him depending on what point in the game you're in.
Right,
so it's
right,
it's very like select like certain fights, I'm pretty sure. But considering it only happened to me like a couple of times, because I'm just that fucking good. What can I say? I'm just a player, bro. All right? I've beat the Lingering Will, okay? We are not the same.
We are not the same. I'm a super citizen.
Yeah, I'm a super citizen. I beat the Lingering Will multiple times.
I beat Sephiroth.
Sephiroth. I beat him in both games. Easy peasy. Honestly, weak shit. But
is he not in 3?
No.
One-winged bitch.
No,
that's the real problem with
yeah,
that
there's
game.
no real like Coliseum type thing in 3 either. I don't.
Damn.
Well, maybe I'm just not remembering.
They also
right
just
now.
took out all the Final Fantasy characters in 3.
Yeah, they did a lot of things in 3 that people don't like, but we won't dwell on that.
Really?
Yeah.
There's
no one.
What was the choice words that I said about Kingdom Hearts 3?
No, Kingdom Hearts. Well, I
I
mean,
said something specific. I remember
it's the worst of the games.
It
They
lit
just
a little
ruined-
fire inside of me. Like
Yeah.
as I was saying it, it felt good saying it. I can't remember what I said.
They basically took a series that you liked and threw it in the trash. I remember you saying that.
Oh yeah, I was like, I have never seen a franchise more. I've never seen it where the creators take off their pants and take such a steaming hot shit on their franchise.
Yeah.
I think that's what I said. That's what it felt like. I was watching these like terribly voice acted scenes, and I was like,
Oh,
this
God.
is
the
god awful.
The writing and the voice acting are just not as fantastic.
I waited
and
nearly a decade for this garbage.
Yeah.
Damn.
But again, some people will still swear by it in certain ways. There's parts that are good. Personally, I don't think it holds up at all.
After 1 and 2 back to back, it doesn't hold a fucking candle.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I think that's also part of it is that before we started it, I played through with you 1 and 2 back to back. And as
Right.
goofy as the whole thing was,
Perfect.
the problem is
They were good games.
I think that's really the key. Is like as goofy as they all were,
Yeah.
like the story was one thing, and it was fun to keep up with at times. The progression of the worlds was fun to keep up with, and the gameplay was good. But even just
3
watching,
comes along and it's
not
just like,
playing,
go fuck yourself, Kupo.
yeah, even just watching, not playing, you're just observing. Like the gameplay is not as good really either, and the story progression makes no sense because the whole point of it is you're just fecking around waiting until the inevitable. It was by the friends I made along the way. Oh, spoiler warning! It's the friends you made along the way or some shit at the end, and you just get to the final boss. Like the whole journey of the game is just not as they're just terrible.
Yeah.
So
especially for like a third installment in a series where like
awaited third installment.
So that's part of it. They also took away the Final Fantasy characters so that they could, and this is the argument that I kind of have, is they took away the Final Fantasy characters, and the reason why was because they wanted to better establish the stories of the characters that they have made. So the organization characters that are now the ones that are good and all that. But here's the problem. If they want to do that, fine. They still did a shit job at it. They didn't expand the story of anybody. Kyrie spends the whole game training just to show up and then get her ass kicked immediately. What is the point of her training this whole time? She should have. They did her dirty, bro. She should have kicked ass if she's going to be training the whole time. Isn't she like a master now or something? Not a master, but like shows up, gets her ass kicked by like 2 Heartless or some shit, and you're like, well, that's it.
Damn.
So there's a lot of problems with Kingdom Hearts 3. And I enjoyed playing it, especially because they released a DLC that basically made the ending a lot better.
Yeah.
Because the original ending was trash, I'll say it. But I don't know. I kind of forgot where I was going from that. Oh, we were talking about like the tropes. Yeah, like I don't know. The playing through those games, they don't do it. They don't do very good. It's constantly you're just like, yeah, okay, that's sure,
right.
Yeah, all right.
But there's other, like I said, there's other shows and games that do it well.
Yeah.
And like I said, that show we were talking about, Bang Braveren. Again, just watching that pilot episode, it has got me interested and engaged enough to where I'm like, this looks like it's gonna be fun.
Right. I got to give it a look.
It looks serious where it needs to be serious, but at the same time, it looks like it's gonna be wacky and out of control. Where in universe where it all's gonna make sense, but it's gonna be funny and it's gonna like play up to these like very common mecha anime tropes, which I think is hilarious and I think it's so fun and I want to watch more of it really badly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Hey, just a quick question. How long have we been recording?
I was actually going to try and land the plane.
Ian, edit that out.
So anyway, thank you so much for listening.
I was really surprised. I was wondering why you were so silent. Actually,
I was
just curious.
No, I was actually going to try and, as we came to a conclusion, I was going to try and wrap it up. So,
okay.
For those of you out there, I have been really pushing out the YouTube channel because, again, you guys have been commenting. A lot of people have been
smash
watching.
that like. Oh, sorry, I pulled the trigger too early.
Yeah.
Simmer down there, lad. We're not ready yet.
Right. I'll cue you when it's time. But anyways, if you're looking to find the YouTube channel specifically, you can either go into youtube.com/@ Hindsight Studios, or just in the search bar put @ Hindsight Studios, and you can find it there. You can get to all the About Nothing episodes. You can see all the Aftermath episodes. You can comment on them, and of course,
It's to smash that like, but I didn't know what that Q was there, and I was thinking about the difference between Q, like you queuing me,
yes,
and then Q, like a line of people,
Yes.
and it's literally just an extra UE.
Yes,
There's
it is.
Quee and there's Quee-wee.
Yeah.
So he's Quee-weeing me, so I'm in a line
Yeah.
now. Sorry, smash that like button. Also, don't forget to bell this so hard, that way you get notifications.
Subscribe.
And subscribe. Well, you have to subscribe and then bell anyway, and if I'm telling you to bell, you better already be fucking subscribe. I'll
better
find
If you care
Ring a
enough, you
dingin',
know what to
bitch.
do.
Yeah. Ring ding.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Guess what? We upload another episode. I should start the episode like that next time. I'm going to do that. I'm going to,
Okay.
everyone who's belled, you're going to hear me just knock on your door with a bell.
Right, he's the
Yeah.
bell.
On the bell now.
But the people that don't subscribe don't get that.
Yeah, they don't get that treatment. I'll show up to
You
your
can
door.
listen to it,
Or
but
the-
it's
I'll
Two
bell
separate
you
versions.
so
yeah. You can listen to it, but it's not for you.
Yeah.
belled.
You'll ring the bell
Yeah,
every
yeah.
episode.
You have to
start,
close,
but-
like put your fingers in your ears whenever I'm belling.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's not for you.
Don't take that out of context.
Yeah.
Ethan will deafen you.
Yeah. So, anyways, like I said before, like I've been loving to hear your comments. Like Ethan said, his little call to action of some of the animes we
Cast
talked
your
about.
votes.
So hard.
Of some of
Yeah.
the
Oh no, that other
animes.
call to action. Yeah, pick a show for me to watch, and if it's shit, then we will call you out for being a shit idiot next episode.
Whoa.
I said it. All right.
I
If
know,
Dylan's
I know.
like,
You're
no,
right.
they recommended shit. The next episode, I'm gonna say Dylan
Okay.
calls you a big idiot.
See, but
Anyways.
if someone takes the time to recommend something, I'm gonna feel obligated.
Okay, fine. If it's a joke recommendation, put the little the actually emoji next to it. That way, I know that it's a joke.
Okay. So, anyways,
My favorite emoji is the nerd. The nerd has grown to its own thing for the emoji.
yeah.
Fucking old ass car horn.
So, anyways,
I'm gonna look up a clown horn sound.
we all appreciate you, and until next week, thank you so much for listening.
See ya.
Ding 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 ding.
Bye bye.